This video contains spoilers, so just be aware of that. I watch Hobgoblin and I feel as if it's my duty to basically make a movie review to the Hobgoblin thing. And yeah, so Hobgoblin starts off with McGreedy walking up to a guy named Dennis, and McGreedy is complaining to Dennis about why he's not doing his job, and Dennis has headphones in, listening to music, rock music, he's pumping it up, and obviously they start arguing because of that. Dennis is like, "Hey, dude, I can basically do my job and listen to music." McGreedy is like, "No, no, 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 that's not possible." McGreedy suggests that they basically make some wrongs around the area, and that's what they do for majority of the time. They're just walking awkwardly with no talking. When they reach to the area, like a vault area kind of thing, and McGreedy said not to go past it, not to like interfere with that area. And everybody that basically comes on the job, they don't listen to him, which is their fault. You know what I mean? Their fault. McGreedy then gets a call on his walkie-talkie. His boss basically walkie-talks to him and basically like, "Hey, come here now, or else you'll be nothing will do. Let's come here now." You know what I mean? Let's come here. He goes and he's like, "Do not go in the vault. Do not open the vault. Don't do anything." Dennis goes and opens the vault, interferes with what McGreedy said not to do. That's what he did, right? And he hears some growls. He hears growls, and basically the scene switches to where Dennis is basically having the time of his life, singing on stage with all half of lights just flashing, and he's partying. But something unexpected happens. He dies. McGreedy finds him dead and basically closes the vault. And that's like wild to me because if I find someone dead, I'm going to call the cops or something, right? Even if I know what happened and like they don't believe you, you would kind of want to feel like a remorse. No police investigation was sent onto that case. I don't really understand that, but like it is what it is. Greedy is talking to the boss and saying that he can work himself and they don't require any more staff to help. And the boss is like, "No, no, no, bro, you're old. Old people cannot work. Like you cannot work. What's wrong with you? You like you're 40, like you're 20. You're not 20 anymore. You're old. Like old people shouldn't work there. You know what I mean?" And he keeps on reinforcing that, like in most of the scenes that he gets. I don't like. But yeah, that's nice. McGreedy, the boss tries to first McGreedy by saying that he'll hire 2 employees if McGreedy like doesn't do something, like get another employee, which is like, whoa, he's bringing out the big guns ready to attack everybody. Like, okay, and McGreedy being the type of person he is, like, okay, fine, I'll hire someone, right? Because why not? That is when we're introduced to him, who basically got the job. And McGreedy gave him a little walk around the area and told him what he can and cannot go, and basically what happened in the first scene. That is when a robber basically tries to break into the building and they go after the robber. Basically McGreedy and Kevin goes after the robber, as they should. Robber runs away when Kevin ends up by the vault. He goes into the vault after McGreedy specifically told him not to go into the vault. Kevin opens the vault and the Hobgoblins get out, and that's basically it. Then McGreedy tells Kevin the story about how the Hobgoblins landed in front of the studio and 30 years ago, and basically how they were terrorizing the people around the area in the compound and how to stop it. And if he knows how to stop them, why did he try to stop them? Why did he get them locked up in the vault in the building? I don't feel like that's a good decision to make. He could have done something a bit better than that. Earlier into the show, we were introduced to Kevin's friends, to Daphne, Nick, Kevin, Amy, and Kyle. The first attack from the Hobgoblins were on Kyle. Basically, Kyle has this kind of a thing where he calls a hotline and speaks to this lady called Fantasia, and it's PG, not 13 or PG-13. I don't really know. Rated R. It's rated R. He almost gets killed because the Hobgoblin made her appear and not actually her, but she appeared and he didn't know his fantasy and almost got pushed off of a cliff. but Kevin came and saved him. Good job, Kevin. The next attack was on Kevin's girlfriend who wants to work at Club Scum. So they went to Club Scum. When they're at Club Scum, this awesome band comes in and start playing a great tune. I can't remember. It's like it was something great. All right, it was good. Afterwards, after the band played, we were now here with Kevin's girlfriend who was acting like Mr. President, but like if you know, like you're at a club and then there's the people with like the white hand girl with the white hand thing, and the dresses, and then like Mr. President. Well, if you know, you know. If you don't know, then you don't know. That's your problem. Then Nick got attacked, I think, where his Sarge came into the club and basically starts giving him weapons, like all types of weapons, like one after the other, like, oh, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. It just keeps on going and going and going and going, right? And he basically just blows up the whole place. So like he just wanted to just blow up everything, everyone. So then Nick gets blown up by his Sarge. The Sarge takes a bomb and basically throws it on Nick, like that's basically nothing, which was like okay, and he blows up. And then the Sarge got blown up by Daphne because the Sarge wanted Daphne to be basically for the boys. Yeah. And later in the show, McGreedy gets fired and the gang basically drives up to where Kevin was supposed to work or is working, and they locate Kevin. The robber comes up, so I guess this was Kevin's fantasy, basically winning a fight to make his girlfriend proud, or winning something to make his girlfriend proud. He was fighting alright, but then McGreedy came to claim with a gun and basically shot the Hobgoblin, which made the robber from earlier who Kevin was fighting disappear. And that was basically it. Kevin doesn't die, so yeah. Came back alive, and Kevin's girlfriend finally loves him, and McGreedy basically blows up the vaults where all the Hobgoblins were stored, which is kind of like, what? That's not even your building. If a group of dogs could just stop the Hobgoblins, why couldn't you have done it like years before? Since it happened like 30 years ago, I don't understand that point. But I guess he just wanted to get like one kill and be like proud of himself because he did nothing. He could have done something way earlier and yet did nothing, which was. So my final thoughts on the movie is that it was interesting. Okay, there were Kevin's girlfriend at the beginning of the movie was kind of off because she was like, bro, you suck. That's basically what it was, like, you suck. What are you doing? Like, why am I with such a freaking dork? Like, bro, why can't you be more like Nick? You know what I mean? Like, why are you like this? You know what I mean? That's basically how it was. McGreedy kept everyone in danger because he could have stopped it way before. It's quite simple. I don't know why he couldn't have basically attacked them. He knew how to kill them, yet did nothing or didn't try enough to help. Like in the beginning, also the fight scenes were kind of slow. Like they were fighting, and it was like it was lagging. Like I don't understand. It looked so fake. There wasn't any suspense when they're fighting. Like in one scene, Kevin had a Hobgoblin and was smashing it down. That looked purely just not cinematic at all. It just had like a boom. You know what I mean? And the Hobgoblins are trash. They are basically trash. I don't know, like the way they work, the way they walk, the mechanics, the build. I know that's for another day. Characters were acting like what they were doing when something that can kill people or wasn't something that's so serious, because they were there and they're like, okay, so we have to get the Hobgoblins now and kill them. But they're like, oh my god, bro, like they were literally chilling like nothing happened, like they're not like they're safe. I was like, what? You should be acting more. I don't know, your feelings should be a little bit more pushed towards fighting the Hobgoblins, not being chill. But anyways, that's my thoughts on what happened in the movie. I read this movie a 2 out of 10 because I basically forced myself to watch the movie. It wasn't that interesting. as I wanted to be, and like the only reason I watched it was for me to make this video, and I kind of want to stop watching it because it wasn't there. But thank you for watching this far into this video. If you want to see me react to another bad movie, just comment down below. And with that being said, bye.